Then it goes on to say that after he fasted 40 days and 40 nights, talking about Jesus, that Satan came to him and said, "If you are the Son of God, turn these stones into bread." And Jesus replies with God's word, which is written in the Old Testament, "Man shall not live on bread alone, but by every word that proceeds out of the mouth of the Lord." And how beautiful this is. And I just want us to understand that God's word is food for us. And there are so many people who are starving, whether that starving looks like fear or depression, sadness, anger, frustration. All those things are a hungry soul that has not had God's word. And we just need to realize how important this is, that you are just really helping yourself when you know God's word in an intimate, relational way that gives you peace and joy. Not this stoic and this cold knowledge of God's word, but this intimate knowledge of his promises, of the future, of the past, of his love, of justice, the justice that God has that should produce a healthy fear. We need these things. And there are so many people that go along in their lives and they don't know God's word and they think they're okay with it. And they're not. And they don't even know it because they're surrounded by people who, for the most part, don't know God's word either. And they think they're okay. And there's so many moments of just little bits of joy and pleasure from food and sex and whatever else, pride, power, all these things that happen that make us think we're okay without God's word, but we're not. And if you want stability, you've got to have God's word. If you want to feel full in life, you've got to have God's word. That's why I'm making these videos. That's why I'm studying. And it blesses me to teach these videos because I'm understanding God's word better. It's in me. And I've got this just nourishment inside my soul of God's word and God's ways. And it is good. I have experienced so much peace and joy in my life just because I know God's word. Or some of it. I don't know it all, but I know a good bit that gives me a lot of peace and joy. And I love the verse, and I believe it's Isaiah, that he keeps in perfect peace those whose mind is set on him. So get God's word, set your mind on him, and you're going to have peace and joy. You're going to have spiritual and soulish nourishment for yourself, and it is good.